me being here means it's about to happen. So you need to take a very deep breath. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome up to the stage for the London, Gary's just about to walk in, watch out for Gary, for the London press conference for Star Wars: Force Awakens, Gwendolyn Christie. And then Carrie Fisher. They've moved it along, sorry. And then we have, of course, the director, J.J. Abrams. Daisy Ridley. Harrison Ford. Please, Harrison. Adam Driver. Lupita Nyong'o. And, of course, Lupita, please come on.
Look, thank you.
And Lawrence Kasdan, please, welcome to the stage. Before we pass things over to you guys, obviously, and again a reminder for no photos throughout this, and a reminder again that we are live streaming, I would like to ask a question from a fan who's sent this question in from France, and it's for all of you. If you could all answer this one. It's from Chris Jack from France. You don't need to answer in French. What?
Pourquoi pas? Okay.
Well, quite. Describe, please, Star Wars in just one word, if you can. Anyone like to start?
Hopeful.
There you go.
Blue hat. Oh, that was two.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Any more?
I think it's been said.
Not just one.
You can go for it. You can have two. You can have two.
I would say possibility.
Adventure.
Amazing.
Yeah, potential.
Potential. All wonderful words. Mm-hmm. I will pass it over to you guys because I can see you're champing at the bit. Now, Alfie, we've had a word earlier, and you're going to be our first questionnaire. Would you please ask your question? This is Alfie from Interfilm.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Alfie from Interfilm. I'm 17. I've been a massive fan of Star Wars since I was 6, so I'm really excited to be here.
Thank you.
My question is for Daisy. What did you do in the audition process to make you stand out? And what advice did you get whilst filming from the original cast?
I have no idea what I did. I just tried very hard, and I hoped very much. And there wasn't so much advice. There was a conversation with Harrison about anonymity and some things with Carrie that I won't say now. It was just, I think people were leading by example. So for me, it was amazing to see people who are so established and with a huge career be kind and generous to everyone on set.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Could we pass that over to the other newcomers? Gwendolyn or Adam or Lupita, what was it like in the audition process for you guys? And what advice did you get, obviously, from the old hands?
Yeah, they didn't seem to be people who were like, let me sit you down and tell you what your experience is going to be. I feel like they're just energy on set, and what Daisy was saying, that even though they obviously were in the original trilogy, to come back to it didn't seem like, I didn't get a sense of, oh, they've been there, done that, or they're not as excited about it. There still was a youthful ambition in trying to get it right, and you know, knowing these characters so well, but still trying to make it, I don't know, deeper or more resonant at watching that. They're very much lead by example, as she was saying, kind of people. and that's very inspiring to see, and also terrifying because it doesn't seem no matter how long you get to do this job, you never really quite figure it out. It seems, and that's both comforting and terrifying.
Lupita, do you have any thoughts? You didn't get any advice?
I would just be repeating what they said.
All right, well then we move on, I guess, if you don't mind, unless you've got any great advice, Gwendolyn.
I have no great advice whatsoever.
Oh, that's not.
Oh, that's a... I bet Carrie had loads.
Well, my advice,
Yeah, what was your advice?
don't go through the crew like wildfire.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is officially advice. I think it's time for another question. We have a man sitting here at the very front with a scarf. Would Ollie mind taking a microphone towards him?
Hi, my name is Gábor Köves. I'm from Hungary. Publication is Magyar Narancs. My question is to Mr. Ford. Have you ever found yourself humming the famous Star Wars tunes over the years?
No.
Why not?
Thank God.
No, I don't. But I might start.
I think that's an answer.
Yeah.
Shall we have a question from someone a bit further back? The lady in the white top.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Mira Brayford. I'm from TV channel Ukraine. And my question to all members of the cast, which was your most exciting moment during filming?
Anybody like to kick this one off?
I don't think I could pick one. But I do remember one of my most touching moments was at the end, because you kind of look back and you can't believe all of the stuff that's gone on and all of the many months and the incredible amounts of hard work and passion and energy that have been drawn from everyone and given graciously. So the last day I found probably the most emotional, but the most exciting I couldn't pick.
Any more? The last day in particular, what was the wrap party like for Star Wars?
Who remembers that? No, but he was great to work with because, you know, George Lucas was wonderful, as we all, but he never spoke, really. But, I mean, he said faster and more intense. He talks a lot, and it's really good stuff that he says, so that was exciting to hear. And he remembers everyone's name. And he's got a lot of energy, and we didn't have any energy in the first film. Sad, really. Right?
Shall we have another question?
Exactly right. And it helps a lot to have somebody that gives as much as JJ gives to the whole enterprise. And this is beside the direction of the movie and the engineering of this monster into something, to what it is today. But also the human kindness that JJ brings to the set every day is part of what makes the movie what it is. Thank you.
He was really excited to do it. He was, because he was young when I was a teenager. And so you were sort of a fan. It was infectious excitement and real focus, because he's he has high verbal acuity. And he really loved making the movie, except with me. But, no, but he was great to work with. It was very exciting. I mean that sincerely.
JJ, tell me, how does it feel now that it's coming out, it's finally getting into cinemas? How does it feel from your perspective?
It's an enormous relief. I mean, this was, like everyone's been saying, a few years of intense work from literally thousands of people. At the end of the film, when you watch the credits and you see all those names, especially, by the way, when you get to the visual effects names and you just see there's these 4 columns of names that go by, and each of those people lost sleep and didn't see their families. And on behalf of everyone in that incredible list of crew members and amazing cast members, I'm so relieved to finally allow this to get out of the editing room and the post-production world so people can see it, because I think the actors and all those names did an extraordinary job.
You remembered all of them as well.
And I'm gonna
No, but
tell you all
that's-
those names right now.
Yeah.
But that's a sign of respect and for the process, and he has that.
Jumping over to Lawrence. Nice to see you. I can't quite, but there you go. Hello. How does it feel for you to see what you've written on the screen?
Oh, it's very exciting. You know, you've been writing movies, directing them for a long time, and when what actually gets made and cut and edited is so close to what you initially dreamed, what JJ and I talked about from the first day onward, and then you get that spirit and you sit in the theater last night and you feel other people around you getting that same excitement. You think like, well, this is a miracle that we've made this long journey and it's come out so close to what you had hoped.
A question from the crowd here. How about this man here at the front in his white shirt?
Hi, I'm Marshall Julius, HMV. I have to say that this is the first Star Wars film I've seen since 1983 that really captures the essential Star Warsiness of Star Wars. It just feels right. And so I was wondering, JJ and Lawrence, what kind of mindset did you have to get into to try and recapture that very specific magic and feel?
Larry, do you want to go?
I think that we agreed that what was really lucky is the moment we met, we agreed what we thought the thing should be, what the tone of the thing should be, what the fun of it was. We thought a lot of it had to do with being funny, you know, because that's what had touched us when we first saw the movie, when we first saw A New Hope. Just a really funny movie, and everybody in it is endearing and charming and surprising, and we wanted to get that feeling back into the saga.
I think that the thing that I felt when I first saw Star Wars was this incredible sense of it being real. It just felt material and tangible and physical. And I think a lot of films have, recent films have, because of the incredible technology that exists, rightfully relied on that technology in ways that, you know, and I have as well, that you do because you can. And it was fun talking to Larry about Yoda, and there's a story that Simon Pegg's daughter, very young daughter, she had seen the prequels and she loved them. And then she saw episodes 4 and 5. When she saw Yoda in 5, she said to her father, Simon, look, Daddy, Yoda's real. And it was so weird. You know, Simon was like, what's that? And I think that it was just that there was something about the physicality of actually having this thing performed. And when we were doing this one large scene with all these creatures, we had amazing creatures that Neil Scanlon and his team created physically on set. I remember thinking like, oh, this is what it must be like to make a Muppet movie, because you have all these amazing creatures there, and there was just, I know that has nothing to do with story or character or plot or theme or approach or anything, but there was something about the physicality of the quote-unquote old school approach that was, I think, part of what felt Star Wars-y, as you say. So anyway, that was one of the things that I know was informing our approach to this, which was how can we feel this thing tangibly as much as possible, of course, physically, but also emotionally, and that was sort of the approach we took.
I found my word. I got the word now.
Get it, let's have it.
Family.
There you go. Carrie Fisher, ladies
Carrie
and gentlemen.
Fisher.
Quick round of applause for Carrie Fisher, please. Speaking of physicality and
John Boyega.
We have a latecomer here.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Boyega.
Apologies, guys.
John,
I overslept.
busy night last night at all?
Very, very busy night, honestly.
Very
busy night.
Well, there's that then, isn't there? Good to see you.
Good to see you, mate.
So we were just talking about the physicality and the Star Warsiness. There are some amazing, amazing costumes in this film, and I was wondering what it was like to step into, say, for Adam, into Kylo Ren's outfit seems wrong, but into his helmet. What was it like wearing that for the first time?
It was good. It was like the first time.
Oh.
It was
Claustrophobic.
Yeah, no, I felt like a lot of things had to do, like you had to bring your own costumes to set, or bring 5 T-shirts and kind of wear them for the rest of the movie. So for this, because the scale and size of it, a lot of things had to be figured out before you got there. A lot of information I got from the costume, first off, that it was kind of unpolished and had this history in the helmet that wasn't clean, or there was like was dinged up and messed up from what he had been through before, and even his lightsaber seemed to be something that he made himself, that could explode at any minute. It didn't seem like it was very reliable or consistent, and for me that was really the first time that I process that I was in these movies, was walking into Michael Kaplan's office and seeing everyone kind of sketched out, and literally walking into the room being surrounded by the world of the movie, Harrison's costume and Daisy and everybody, the model, the new stormtroopers. So for me, the costume was kind of the first, I guess, entry point into who he was, and it said a lot about it. Then I felt like I just had to fill it as much as possible.
Of course.
Yeah.
And a similar situation for you, Gwendolyn, I'm sure.
Yes, it really was. I mean, similar to Adam, of course, the costume was so brilliantly designed by Michael Kaplan, who I've admired since I saw Blade Runner when I was 12. So I was really astounded by how extraordinary it looked. Also that it was practical. And I loved the fact that it hadn't been feminized in any way, it hadn't been sexualized in any way. It was practical armor. And what I got from the costume was that this was a woman that was imposing, uncompromising, and high functioning. And obviously then it informs exactly the way that you move and the way that you walk, which communicates something about the character, particularly when you're encased in armor.
Now, I would like to ask for a question for Mr. Boyega here, as he is our special guest today. So who has one and has their hand up? There is a man there close to the middle gangway with his hand up with a beard. Yes, you, sir. Point it yourself so that the man with the microphone or lady with the microphone can find you.
Trying to use the Force then, it didn't quite work. Okay, if only Mark Hamill was here, he could teach me. Anyway, Jonathan Wilkins from Star Wars Insider magazine. I bought some water the other day that had your face on it. I just wondered, where's the weirdest place you guys have seen your image?
Everywhere. It's all weird for me. Wow, my voice is so sexy and deep in the morning. Oh my gosh. Honestly. Sorry, I just noticed that. I think the whole experience for me is in terms of the merchandising and the face everywhere is definitely strange. We recently went to Tokyo, and the first thing I saw was 7-Eleven. I saw Daisy's face, I saw my face, and then I saw the BB-8, and I was like, I'm in Tokyo. I've never been here in my life, but to have my image here and to have obviously Daisy's image as well is quite shocking, especially as 2 Londoners. But it's a very, very proud moment. I'm just going to talk some more so I can hear the depth of my voice.
Shampoo bottle. It's because you can twist off your head. Liquid out of your neck.
Yeah, makes sense.
And there's a marijuana strain, I swear to you, called Princess Leia. I don't know for me, but I have friends. No. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, Daisy, how does it feel to see yourself on the side of a bus going around London?
I haven't seen that yet, and it's funny because the pub I was working in not 2 years ago, I used to watch buses go past with posters on, and I was like, that would be really cool. And I literally said to John in LA, I was like, I can't wait, I hope I'm on a bus. And I've not seen a bus yet, but I'm hoping I do.
We're going to get a bus delivered here for
Brilliant,
you.
thank you.
So you can see that. Let's have another question from you guys. This lady at the front here in a grey top.
Rita Di Santo, Manifesto Italy, to the director and the writer. Was there a conscious effort to change the role of women in the franchise?
From the very beginning of our discussions about this movie, the notion of a woman at the center of the story was always something that was compelling to me and exciting, and not just at the center, but it was important that in addition to Leia, who we knew was a critical piece of this puzzle, that we wanted to have other women and not necessarily human but female characters in the story. So Lupita playing Maz Kanata, who is the sort of I guess the voice of sort of Force wisdom in the story. Phasma as the evil side of leading the stormtroopers. We wanted to have other female stormtroopers, which we do. We want to have female pilots, which we do. We just wanted this thing to not feel like it was not inclusive. And so we did that, and it was something that we always wrote Rey as this sort of central character, but as we started casting the movie, it just felt like kind of one of the things we knew we wanted to do and make the film look and feel more the way the world looks and feels.
Lupita, just to ask you a question all the way over there. Your character is very important to the film, but it's almost impossible to say anything about it when people ask you questions. How tough has it been to negotiate that tricky balancing act?
Well, I got a directive of the words I was allowed to say, and I just stick to those words.
Were they, I know nothing?
Sorry?
What were the words? Can you tell us?
I play Maz Kanata. She's a pirate. She's lived for a while. She has a colorful past, and she owns a bar.
Guys, there's your scoop, all right? I want you all to write that down. This man here wearing a white T-shirt with his hand up in the middle gangway.
Hello to all of you. My name is Dennis. I'm from Holland. First of all, thank you for this great movie. I got to watch it, and it was really brilliant. So that's the first thing I want to say. And the second thing is that I've been a fan since I was 5 years old, and I collected all the dolls. And I'm an adult now with children, and I still collect the dolls. So my question is to Carrie and Harrison. Could you please sign my dolls?
Oh my gosh. Where?
Where you want it.
I hope you brought a pen.
I bought a pen.
All right, let's go quickly to another question whilst this has happened. If you wouldn't mind
Yes.
just scooting back. Anybody got an actual question? No offense. This gentleman here who's wearing a lovely tie. Yes, I know, I'm giving out compliments now as well as questions. If you could reach for the microphone.
Hi, Calvin Prickett from On Screen Film. My question's for JJ. Just quickly, Hi, JJ.
Where are you?
Right here.
No, I see you, but where are you? No, I'm kidding.
The movie's been out around 12 hours now, and it's one of those things where there's already spoilers online. Considering the incredibly brilliant push you guys have made in the marketing to keep it as magical and as it's an experience in the cinema, how frustrating is it to have that? It's been 12 hours and it's already out.
Well, you know, I was hoping the movie would be out for at least 11 hours, so I'm thrilled that it's been out for 12. I think that let's just make sure that this happens first. Oh, okay.
He does everything.
Okay. Look, we live in a world of immediate information. This is no surprise. And while I know that people feel a need and actually entitled to whatever they want to know when they want to know it, I was very gratified to see people saying things like, thank you to Disney for not spoiling the movie and telling us everything before it comes out. And in fact, people saying, stop with the commercials and stop with the trailers. I don't want to see any more until I see the movie. So there's an interesting thing. Star Wars is so about inclusivity and connection, the whole idea of the Force. And so I feel like when I was, I'm just a circuitous answer. When I was a kid and saw the film at 10, that idea that we're all connected was actually happening in the theater. You know, I was with, like we all were, hundreds of people having this crazy, you know, screaming at the same time, laughing at the same time, crying at the same time, and we were all connected by this energy, and there's something incredibly powerful about that communal experience, which of course is less and less likely the more we have these little objects in our pockets that connect us, and we feel connected, but we are actually more disconnected. And so I think that Star Wars is a phenomenon, and it is a kind of wonderful and rare opportunity for people, in truth, throughout the world to actually come together for something that's actually uplifting and a positive thing. The reality, though, is because of the technology that exists, everyone will know everything instantaneously, and I'm hopeful that while there will be spoilers out there, it won't detract from the hopeful thrill that people might have seeing this movie together, and that's the thing that is the most depressing about having spoilers. They're called spoilers for a reason, spoil the experience, and you get there, and it's just about confirmation of something that you already know. And so I'm hoping that, I'm grateful for anyone who goes to see the film, and I'm hopeful that whether they know what's going to happen in one scene or not, that they enjoy it, and it's an experience that's a fun and emotional one, as opposed to just a confirmation of something that they're waiting to see happen. It's a horrible answer to a great question.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm amazed by how the press, excuse me, how the press has respected their readership in this regard, and has not really spilled the beans, which is kind of amazing. And I think we're all very grateful for that.
Yeah, here's to you guys. Well done. You mentioned, JJ, just very briefly there, the trailers, and I wanted to take this moment to say thank you to both John and Daisy for your trailer reactions, which were amazing. Thank you for doing that. And I was just wondering, Carrie's a bit busy. Carrie, what was your trailer reaction when you first saw the trailer for the first time? Because these guys did a great job.
What did you do? I missed it.
I cried a lot.
That was... And John, did you cry?
Just threw myself over a sofa.
Yeah.
Nobody came and asked me to have a trailer reaction.
Yeah.
I'll have one later.
All right, guys, look out for that. All right, another question, please, perhaps from the further at the back. That gentleman there, actually, on the far left from my perspective, with the beard.
Oh, with the beard.
Hi, I'm from Portugal, Rui, from Diário de Notícias. My question is for all you guys, and you mentioned spoilers, so what's the best tip for people not spoil the story? What can you say to people who've seen the film not to spoil the film?
I mean, I might be able to answer this one. You may want to not use the internet. That's just a tip. If anybody can top that, I mean, do let me know.
No.
The internet is not your friend, guys. Any other questions, please? I think you might have some. This man here, I'm pointing at him, he can see me.
It's a question for Harrison Ford. It's Johnny Messias from The Void magazine. How much have you actually sort of seemed to enjoy the secrecy on this movie? And as a follow-up, there is talk about a film that might be around about a much younger Han Solo. Would you be wanting to approve the actor that plays that chap? And is that a film you'd like to see?
What was the beginning of the question?
The question was really, you seem to sort of almost enjoy the secrecy or relish it. Has that been kind of suited you not to give things away? I think we've kind of covered it in a way, but...
Yeah, no, I have actually relished this entire experience in a way that I had not anticipated. And I think a lot of the credit for that goes to JJ and Larry. This is a rare experience in my old life, and I'm very grateful for it. As far as the movie featuring a young Han Solo, I don't know what to think about that. I'm glad that somebody else is going to have the burden of being young and take care of that part. It's well beyond my understand your control, and I of course want nothing to do with it, in the nicest possible way. But I know that it will be well done and well guided, and it's nothing to do with me.
Thank you.
We have time for just 2 more questions, so they better be excellent. There's a man, he's been very patient there. He's wearing a blue-collared shirt. He's going to put his hand up so the microphone can be passed to him. Just there in the middle.
Thank you. Hi, Stephen Milton, Irish freelancer. My question is for both JJ and Daisy in relation to the fantastic final sequence shot at Skellig Michael. JJ, I'm just wondering, initially, what were the difficulties and challenges with shooting in this location? And can you hear me? And Daisy, I'm wondering what that experience was like to film somewhere so important.
Well, I'm part Irish, whoop. So to be in Ireland was very exciting. And then the approach to Skellig is unlike anything I've ever seen. Firstly, I'd never been in a helicopter before, and it's just unbelievable. The pilot was like, someone's paid off the man upstairs because the weather was stunning. It's just one of the most amazing places I've ever been. And then, but it was tough. Those steps were many. And but it's weird because people were like, oh, did you have to walk up those stairs a lot? Colin, our incredible Steadicam operator, was walking backwards up the stairs with like, what, a 70... How much does that weigh?
It's close to 100. Like
a 100-pound camera. So the whole thing was pretty awe-inspiring. And I was sick on the last day. So I was kind of feeling a bit awful. But it kind of helped with the emotion as the helicopter, yeah, it was amazing.
Well, great job. And JJ, what were the difficulties with actually shooting in that location?
Well, as an honorary Irishman, it was wonderful to go back home. And the thing that was we could only bring, I think, 45 crew members, and essentially no props or anything of scale. And there were people, of course, there to protect. I couldn't believe they let us shoot there. It was like shooting right on Stonehenge. It was like crazy, and it was so gorgeous. But they kept telling us how many people die there and fall off, and it was, you think, oh, this is beautiful, and you realize, oh, this is perilous also. And luckily, no one got hurt, and it was one of the most incredible things. One weird thing that happened, we were shooting there, and we shot there for 3 days, and we got there, and there were, I think, like 10 million puffins. I mean, there were more puffins than I knew there were puffins. It was an amazing number. I won't say the name of the bird again, because you've heard me say it now 3 times. It was an incredible number. Puffins. So we get there, and all the birds are there, and then the next day we get back, and they're gone. And we got there, apparently, their last day before they fly away. And literally the next day, there were 0 puffins. It was a very strange thing. But the shots where she's walking up, and there are all these birds flying behind her, those were all in camera. That was not, a CG thing. That was all real. It's very strange. Anyway, it was gorgeous, and we were welcomed there, and it was incredible. Thank you.
I have to inform all of you guys the sad news that this is the end of the London Star Wars Force Awakens press conference, sponsored by Puffins. Thank you so much to everyone here, up here on the stage. Could you give them a big round of applause as they make their way? Watch this space. Gary's been so good.